back. Welcome, everybody. Start in a month. Day one. Wait. Day one. Man, I wish. Or do I wish? I don't know. Starting's hard. Starting is very hard. Yeah, being in the middle is hard. And I think finishing is the hardest. Just the easiest out of all those. Starting, right? So maybe I do wish it was day one. But anyway. Just a little flub here as I try to get my game going here. All right, cool. So welcome everybody to Start in a Month, month 2, day 15. Getting a little bit of a late start here today. It's 3:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually start these at 2 and go for a few hours, but anyway, just needed a little extra time in the afternoon, so I took it, and I'm feeling good about that. So yeah, it's good. All right. Anyway, I think I'm just going to jump into it today. No morning warm-up necessarily. Stuff like that. This will just be a production-focused session. And if you didn't tune in last time... damn it. I always think I got this thing on mute. Now I officially do. Okay. No more notifications from phones. Anyway, if you were here last time, we actually unlocked the killer feature of the app, the whole thing I'm trying to build. Kind of the reason for existence of this whole thing. So we've had the ability to add content for a while. We've had the ability to add new layout blocks and determine where we add our content. But the thing that is really important about this app is editing these styles. Go here a lot. So this is what we're emulating with this product. This is the Google Albums kind of like photo story feature. So this is a really cool thing, and that lets you take all your photos, in addition to a couple like special things like some kind of map component if you want. But anyway, let's take all your photos, arrange them in a certain way, side by side, one on top of the other. You can do captions, you can do photo filters, you can do text, but altogether it's kind of limited, Like, you can't really do, like, so much with these things. Like, the text, for instance, you get one text box. That text box has, like, one single text orientation, which is centered. It's got one font, it's got one font style, it's got one font color, it's got one font size. And damn it, this is the internet. It's the most amazing, crazy, creativity tool that humanity's ever produced. And it just rubs me the wrong way that, we got this, like, huge company here that has this awesome product, which is, like, so, like, locked down with what you can do with it. This thing could be like 50 times cooler if you could just, like, add some style to this, add some personality. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Trying to enable you to make the same things you can make here, but with personality, basically. So yeah, to do that, we're using something called Tailwind.css. And apologies if you've been here for a long time. It's kind of a careful consideration when it comes to balancing what I know, my perspective on these screencasts, and what people who have been, like, watching it for the past few weeks know versus, like, what people coming to it fresh know. So anyway, just gotta take a quick time out to just restate what we're doing here. So anyway, Tailwind is awesome because it has this set of utility classes. These teeny tiny little utility classes that control exactly one CSS property usually. I mean, sometimes we get, like, a couple maybe, but in the case of font family, anyway, you've just got, these classes that control exactly one attribute. And so you can apply these things and get a sans serif font or a serif font or a monospaced font. Same thing goes with text alignment. You've got 4 classes: left, center, right, and justify. So anyway, this is like a really cool CSS library. I've been using it to actually build my products as I've been building them in the context of this Startup in a Month project. And I thought it'd be really cool to make it possible for the users of the app to have access to them too, except, oh, all I really need to know in this context is like what the class does, not like, you know, where you need to put it. Because that's like kind of the second piece of this, right? You need to like know what class you got to use, but then you need to know like what element you need to put it on, which requires you knowing HTML and CSS and how to put a website online and all that stuff. So that will hopefully make it possible to get the awesome creative aspects of Tailwind in a environment which is like kind of holding your hand, like kind of helping you to make a web page, even if you don't have those skills necessarily, but also help you to make a cool web page. So anyway, let's get to it, right? What can we do so far? We can uppercase the text. I need to add some default values here because what is shown in the dropdown is not actually what is applied to the div yet. Something really cool I discovered yesterday, which I actually haven't even used in my own work, is gradients. So we can do background gradient to top. We can do like from red to let's say indigo, from red to indigo. And you can even have like something in between too, like from red to indigo via pink. So that's like a red with a pink in the middle with a purple on top. So that's cool. You can change the font size. Wait, take that off. You can change the font family to be a mono font. You can make it italic if you want. You can make it a bold font. You can change the letter spacing. You can change the line heights. You can center the text. You can choose a text color. I think probably text white for this, right? Text white. You can change opacity, which I don't think I'll do right now. Well, actually for white, this is a little more relevant, right? Maybe like a white 90. Yeah, sure. This still doesn't work. I don't know why. And this doesn't work either. And then word break, which is not super relevant because we don't have any words to break necessarily. But yeah, we've got all these classes already, and there are more classes still to add. So I think I'm just gonna get going on that. Anyway, yep, we're all good. More news? No. Yeah, no, we're just going through Tailwind and making dropdowns today. So let's get cracking. Let's connect to. Geez, I didn't even I didn't even do my notes. And today's mantra will be chill. You may recall, if you've been watching for a while, that this is actually day 5 of week 5 of a 4-week startup process. Give myself an extra couple weeks to finish this thing, and it's a little nerve-wracking to take extra time and give yourself the time you need, because yeah, the whole idea behind this project is giving myself like a small amount of time to do something in, and something that is not going to like explode out of control to become this like 6-month travesty or 2-year process to get something out. So yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking to like take that time out, but I think I need it because I didn't finish month 1 because of the same problem. I ran out of time, so get a little nervy about taking extra time to finish month 2, even though we're like part of the way into month 3. So yeah, today's operative word is chill. Take a bath, relax. We already covered what I plan to do. These will get filled in as we go. And yeah, links to the stream video will be added later. Probably won't have any links. Just going to be doing production work today. But yeah, if you want to check out the notes for this after the fact, you can go to startupiнаmonth.net. By the way, got a newsletter now. You can sign up for that if you like. And yeah, live stream notes end up right here. So if I write something down here you want to check out later, I'll be right here for you. So let's get going. Here we go. let's open the app. Oh. Keep on diving into this folder and backing straight out again. And that little 2-dot guy. Yep, open workspace. Alright, very good. Ah, that's cool. The workspace remembers what my like tab layout was. That's extra cool actually. Alright, close this, don't need that, don't need this. And yep, that needs to be a lot bigger, doesn't it? Okay. Great. Let's connect to our REPL. Let's take a sip of coffee. Let's check our phone. No messages, of course. And let's get into it. All right. So, we got all the way through typography. That's great. This is a huge section. Pretty sure we got all the way through the background stuff, because we're going to be using image tags for the images. Oh, yep, connect to the front end REPL, thank you. Yes, this is all background color. You know what we didn't add is background color, right? We only did gradients. Yeah, so we actually do need background colors. Let's add those. Maybe a bit wider. Yeah, sure. Okay. Gradient stuff. Alright. Background color stuff. That. Nice little Mount Fuji. Alright. Just a little bit of work to get these things into a string class representation. Alright, so now these all get wrapped in quotes. It occurs to me there's probably a list of classes somewhere. I'll probably make this go a lot faster, right? List of Tailwind classes. Ooh, yeah, this will make it a lot faster. Yeah, because all I gotta get rid of is the dot, right? Yeah, let's use the docs for reference, but let's copy the classes from here from now on. Okay. Ooh, feels like one of those kind of dumb productivity things sometimes. Def background colors. Alright, so we'll save that, go here, Svg color, something I get really self-conscious about sometimes. Oop, not doing my summary anymore, I am doing assembly line, Tailwind class production. Lowercase c, can't take. You can take the man out of the English department, you cannot take the English department out of the man. Okay. So now there's my dumb way to keep this stuff organized. Background. Yeah, color and a gradient's gonna be a different thing. And like what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of like just putting in headings like between these sections, just to have some kind of sense of organization. And as you, yeah, I got a vision for these things where it's like tabs, so like tabs with drop downs, and I think a tab should like have a section of classes that are all related to each other. Especially when it comes to like this gradient stuff, right? Like gradients, you at a very minimum need a direction, a from, and a to. So that all goes in a tab. I think if you got a background color, you don't have a gradient. So I think background color, even though it's kind of the same visual thing, it's going to be separate color stuff. Point down. Okay. All right. Gradient direction. Background colors, background. Oh my god. There we go. So let's save that and let's just like check it out. There's this. Oh, of course. Gradient direction. Man, I tell you what, man. I'm about to. I'll stop the back end to give the RAM a little bit of a break. I'm about to drop supervisor. The whole point of supervisor is that I want it to start all my apps. I want the apps to be running in the background, i.e. I don't want I don't want them like directly in my terminal like I'm gonna get them now. It's like you can start a process in the terminal and it's either like a foreground or a background process. A foreground process is what we're seeing right now, which is where you like invoke a command and that command is some kind of like long running output, like it's logging something, like we're seeing Shadow CLJS right now. It's sending all kinds of log messages out. But yeah, you can't do anything else in that terminal, in that terminal window, in that terminal session until you, stop the process. And the other thing you can do is you can put that process in the background. So you can say like, okay, start the server and just like have it be going like in the background somewhere, and I'll know it's running, but I won't have to see it necessarily, and I can like bring it into the foreground if I want to. And the problem with that for me is like foreground and background stuff I'm just like not super comfortable with, and yeah, that's where supervisor comes in. So it's something that can like start a process automatically when the server starts, and it will put it in the background for you, and it gives you all kinds of nice utilities for like starting the app, stopping the app, looking at the logs, saving the logs in a file if you need them for later, things like that. But I'm finding there's a lot of log stuff coming out of Shadow CLJS that's somehow both not making it into the main log, and it's also not making it into the error log. So yeah, I don't really know what to do with it, but every time I go to develop with it, I always stop the app and just run the script in the terminal anyway. Nice. Okay, cool. But that's okay because it's working now. That's great. Okay, great. So we got that down. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know what to do with that. Opacity. Yeah. Yeah, opacity. I'm gonna say no for now. Things are not gonna be. Hello, Glib. Yes, this is closure. Yeah, it kind of caught me on a, perhaps less interesting day. What we're going to be doing is, kind of getting Tailwind utility classes into my app here, and just like, verifying whether this closure script reagent app will render the classes programmatically with these dropdowns. So, yep, we do closure, but yeah, today's going to be like more of a kind of a CSS oriented day. Yeah, so anyway, if you want to stick around, welcome. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep going here. Great. Okay, so we're done with backgrounds. We've done typography, sizing. Yeah, that's a bag of worms I'm going to save for later. Borders. Yeah, I think borders. Borders comes next. Okay. So what do we got for like border options? We've got border rounding. We've got border width, color, opacity, style, divide width. Oh, hello. Border width between elements. Haven't seen this before. Divide width. Divide X. Border top width, border bottom width. Border width between elements. Yeah, probably won't need that. Divide color. Yeah, this is like on a parent element with children, but people are only ever going to have access to like the child element, so divide width, divide color, opacity, ring. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, ring, I can see that. Ring color, ring opacity, ring offset color. Ooh. Damn, son, this is really nice. Ring offset purple 100. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so except for these divide things, we want all the border stuff. All right. Borders, box. What? Border color. These are like combined. Yeah, maybe that's not as useful to me as I thought. So with these broken down into categories, so I can have really obvious stuff to like actually put in a drop down. Fortunately, these all just have one CSS attribute, except for some of them which have two, but that's okay. Rounded top. Yeah, another interesting thing to answer at some later point is whether or not I'm just going to list these things like with their names like directly as they come from Tailwind, or if I'm going to try to like give names to these things. Alright. stuff. That could be a mountain still. All right. What's this called? Border radius. Def border radius. All right. Border radius. We got that down. Border width. Ooh. Oh, here's another question I asked too, right? It's like a lot of these things you only really can have like one class applied, right? So like background color, something can't have two background colors. Text size, something can't have two text sizes. But border bottom, border right, border top, border left. Yeah, I mean you could theoretically have like all those classes applied to the thing, right? Like if you want specifically these values for each border, that's how you'd arrange them. Border T, border R. Yeah, so I guess it's 4 dropdowns for these, right? Or 5 actually, because there's borders where it's border for the whole thing. Set all sides to the same amounts. There's border top right, bottom left. And there's border T, border R. Oh man, so those are interesting. I'm definitely gonna run into this at some point. So how do I solve this? Or I'm not gonna run into it at some point. I'm going to repeatedly run into it. So, I wonder. I think for now, I'm feeling like I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to copy these in. And including the situation, so you can use those classes a little more like freely. Like use them in the ways that they're like designed and intended to be used in. That'll come later, if and when people actually use this thing, which is not guaranteed. All right. Def border width. And that's fine, right? That's a fine place to start. Maybe it's a little bit dumb in that you don't have the full power of this library or hands, but you've got enough of it. You got plenty to start with. Okay. Oh. Okay. Nope. Tab followed by a dash dash. There we go. Border black. Right, then all border colors go away. There we go. Now we wrap them in quotes. Definitely feels like something I feel like I should automate. Something which seems automatable, but I wonder how much time I'd actually be saving myself in the end. Def border color. There we go. Border opacity. Yeah, that's fine. Def border opacity. There we go. Border style, yep, definitely. Okay, nice. Doing something simple and repetitive sometime. Def border styles. STs. Can't sleep on our naming conventions though. Can't sleep on the naming conventions. Radii. Ooh, there's a fun one. Plural of radius. Pretty sure it's radii. Yep, radii. Also radiuses. It's radii. It's the nerdy Latin, Greek. Not sure where that comes from. Okay, so we got all the border stuff. Now we got divide stuff, which we're not going to engage with right now. Oh. Class star. Interesting. Don't think I want that. This is super cool. I want to use that. Alright, ring, banana phone, ring width. Alright, this is a related but nevertheless separate topic. Ring border. So I'm going to put that somewhere else. Ring widths. Def ring widths. Alright, ring colors. Here's another question, right? Like, if you have a ring with no color, is there such a thing? A. And B, are people going to know that they need a color when they try to add a ring width? And if they add a ring width, ring colors. Should I automatically specify color until they tell me they want a different color? Probably. It's probably the worst place to end up is if they try to do something and nothing happens. 100D? Nope. 5? What? Where did D's come from? Oh. It came from my Vim days. I hit D for delete, but really, all I did was type a D. Alright. Ring opacities. God, I love hitting tab to format. That's so nice. Alright, ring offsets. Not something I really had in the days of long ago as a JavaScript developer. If ring offsets. Ring offset color. Oh, hello. Right, so is that the color that goes in here? I think so. Yeah, that's the color that goes inside the ring. Cool. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, getting pretty good at this. Diff ring offset colors. Alright, there's borders. Took us all 30 minutes. Yeah, let's copy these over into the file and do some testing. And colors, ring widths. Don't have any border related stuff in there, I don't think. And we just added the background color stuff and tested it, so right, okay. This is, what is this? This is, border rated stuff. Great. So we got all those. Actually, I've still got that on my clipboard, don't I? Yep, alright. H2 border related stuff. And if one of them had a hand, by God, all of them need a hand. Alright. So let's see if I can do this with I already can't. Alright. Style select. Yep. Border radii. We'll fix that later. The ID, the label. We will fix that. We'll fix that right now. Can I? Yeah, I can just what do they call this? Caveman mode? Nope. No multi-select possible. Something to do with like how you add and add delete braces. It's like if you want to do it manually, like I've seen that referred to as caveman mode somewhere. Cool. Okay. ID name. Let's just keep moving. Okay, ID, label, source of options, and atoms. That's the final thing we need. Cool. All right. And just a little annoying work. Oh, it feels so dumb to do this. Oh man, it's not even giving me case sensitive selections. We like to type. We like to type. Okay. I'm sure this took all of 45 seconds. It's okay. Color, opacity, offset, ring offset color. What's your problem? Unresolved symbol? Really? Style select. Yep, that is definitely not a variable. Style select. Great. Back here, refresh because my hot reload is broken. Edit the style, and now, ooh, you can check some of these out. All right. Yeah, so we got like borders within borders. This might actually not look all that great, but oh, still got my D's in there. I missed them. None of these classes end with a D, or if they do end with a D, they don't end with two D's. All right. Yeah, I wonder what this looks like. Still don't have the latest stuff. Really? What's wrong? Style select. Yeah, but I fixed it though. Maybe if I change the module, I have to re-require the module. Is that it? Connect to a running REPL. Shadow CLJS 1991. Yeah, because I changed that in the file, but I didn't like add or remove anything, and I didn't add a new require in here, so maybe this module doesn't actually know that the stuff in that variable changed. It still doesn't. What the hell? Nundi. Border. Yeah, get rid of all the D's. Now I've added that into the REPL session to be evaluated. Now I refresh, and still got the GDDs. Oh, this is annoying, but I think I need to learn how to rounded, oh, interesting. Very interesting. So I just evaluated, like, what is this variable? I hit Control Enter, and I got the classes with D's on them. Refer. Oh, interesting. Hash.js. Yeah, don't know what that means. Okay, so now I tried to require that. I evaluated that. And radii, do you still have D's after that? Yes, you do. What happens if I try to evaluate this require block all at once? Does that change the story? Still have the D's. Okay. So what do I do to fix this? Thought we change into this namespace and print line border radii. About first. The first of the border radii. Okay, so that's correct. So as far as this file is concerned, that's all good. Let's require it in one more time. Let's see what this is. Huh. We got it into the REPL. What do we do? Yeah, just for a lark, because I definitely need to learn what's going on here. Let's change that string. Let's go back in here. Let's require it. What is border radii now? Rounded none. Okay. So I changed that, I saved it. If I go in here now, add this into the REPL, I say first border radii. What do I get? Rounded nunned. Go back in here. Require. What are you now? Rounded nunned. Okay. So I guess I need to make the change. I need to load that variable anew into the REPL. Yeah, let's go through the whole process again. Alright, so I changed it, I saved it, I didn't load it into the REPL. First border radii, that is still rounded nunned. Let's load this into the REPL. What is the first one now? Rounded none. Okay. What is it in this file? Rounded none. I don't get it. Well, more of the story is you gotta load stuff into the REPL when you change it. And there's a little discrepancy going on there I didn't really understand so well, but at the end of the day, we should have our right class names in here. Rounded nunned. What the hell? First border radii. Rounded nunned. What? Does closure have a second? Oh, it does. Cool. What? Is there stuff going on with compiling build, compiled? Don't get it. Super don't get it. Oh man, I get even less. Alright. I'm just stopping this whole thing and starting it again. I'm supposed to save it, I'm supposed to be able to hot reload it, and changes are supposed to occur. Yeah, I think I don't understand ShadowSeal.js enough to know what was going on there. I think. Now I'm gonna have to write classes. Nope. 502 bad gateway, but after the build is done configuring, we'll be back in business. Oh, excuse me. Stale output, thank God. I'll throw my chair across the room if this is like really what's going on right now. Need that memory. I've decided my computer memory is insufficient. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Border, border, yeah, how about like a border 4, border red 500, yeah, there we go. We'll test it, yep, opacity works. Dashed, dotted, double, and none. Yeah, dotted's fun. Ooh, and here's this ring thing. Yeah, okay. I wonder if I can put both of these. Oh, I can. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because, okay, ring has to do with drop shadow, I think. Ring 4. Yeah, that controls box shadow, not border. Yeah, so we can have theoretically both of these at once. All right, so ring opacity 100. Ring offset 2. 4. Yep, color in between. Very cool. Nice. Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, border drop shadow taken care of. Box shadow. Ooh, yeah, for sure. Yep. Box shadow and opacity. Can I just put this on a random div without a border color? Like, if I did like opacity 50. Yeah, okay, it's a lot of opacity colors too. That's cool. Alright. Ring. This is really ring drop. I know it's not drop shadow, it's box shadow. Box shadow. Drop shadow is what we're about to get into. That is not what the ring classes did. Control def opacities. Alright. Opacity is box shadows. Yeah, box shadow's gonna be a cool one. The people will like that if they show up. I hope they show up. Def box shadows. Alright, opacity, shadows, random. It's a good one for random. How about that? Alright, box shadow, opacity, tables, probably not. Transitions. Yeah, I don't think so. Don't think so. That would be cool. But I think... Excuse me. Excuse me. I think that is not a day one thing. Transforms... Yeah, transform origin, that's like... That's useful. Transform, scale... Not day one. I vote not day one. Appearance, cursor, outline. Point events, resize. Nope. User select. Why would you do this? Prevent selecting text. So. Anti plugins. Visually truncating text after a fixed number of lines. Forms. Interesting. Haven't actually seen these. Worth taking a moment out to explore. Oh, this is very nice. And all with semantic examples. Ooh, and a native date picker? I hope so. Inputs type equals date. Yes, native date picker. Awesome. Alright, well, something possibly to use later. I'm curious what typography and aspect ratio are. Cool logo. Usage. So I got a visual documentation somewhere. Live demo. Are waiting for that. Aspect ratio. Provides a composable API for giving elements a fixed aspect ratio. Oh. This is cool. Demo. Docs. Tailwind aspect ratio demo. Man, no demo? Object fit? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's cool. Man, is this something I could use now? Specify the aspect ratio for an element. 16/9. Once the aspect ratio property is supported in modern browsers, we'll add official support in Tailwind.css itself. Oh, I'm too curious not to look at this. Oh. JavaScript. Add components. Or is this just added to the CSS sheet itself? Yeah, this doesn't, how does this work? Tailwind aspect ratio. Maybe I can find a code pen for that. Must include aspect. Aspect. I got some SVG aspect ratio stuff, but no Tailwind classes. Aspect, are you here? Nope. Aspects. Nope. What the hell? That's the point of this thing. Aspects. Nope. Something to star, something to bookmark. Bookmark this page. Alright. Can I take a moment out for curiosity sometimes? Oh, this is the typography demo. Oh man. Mr. Lists a really good idea. Why not? Really just creating a gross shape on the screen that's hard to read? I'm offended. More things to bookmark. Yeah, I need this for my site. Cool. Okay. Right. Svg Interactivity, transforms, transitions, tables. We are including none of this. Oh, sizing. That could be interesting. Spacing, padding. Yes, definitely. And here's an interesting case. So padding, margin, space between. Yeah, I don't think we'll need space between for our use case, but margin and padding for sure. Oh man, this is like another scenario where we've got like a ton of options. So not only are there like a billion of these classes, but they're all set up so it's like you've got like negative margin left, negative margin bottom, negative margin top, and then the equivalents for all these things. So yeah, I think this one I gotta split out. Then you've got stuff like margin Y, so this is like negative margin Y, but this sets like top and bottom, and then margin X, for example, sets left and right. So yeah, I gotta split this out. Can't just blithely copy these. This is definitely something that needs to be split across multiple drop downs. Let's meditate a little bit on how to do that. Well, we wait for this to finish selecting. No, I'm not even halfway done. I think I put my standing diff, so I got while waiting. Lighting will change. Cool, so that's most of it. I need to find anything that says margin dash, delete that too, which is fortunately not that much. Okay, how many classes do I have to start? 497. these in quotes. There we go. Shaving my piano. It's here. X. You know, it actually now would be a really good opportunity to cut these out and put them somewhere else. Margin X. Can at least use this little bit dumb repetitive time to do some organizationing. Margin left. Okay, let's put a bunch of white space so I don't get too lost here. All right, margin bottom's next. Positive margin bottom and negative margin bottom. All right, top right bottom. Margin bottom. Lots of white space. All right. Margin right. Man. I wonder if I even want to like get rid of every other margin class. It's like definitely in a professional development context. What was this? Margin right. You would want that kind of fine-grained control over what you're doing, but I'm not sure. Margin top 96, like, yeah, like normal users gonna need that. Oh, am I infantilizing them by supposing they won't need it when really they could need it or could use it if I just like shut up and give it to them? Possibly. Could probably further break this down into like positive and negative too. So like positive margin Y and negative margin Y. Margin X is down here, so I'll put margin Y down here as well. Margin. Nah, these are just the margin pixel. This is just the normal margin stuff. Except for you, sneaky little boy, you belong here. So margin and negative margin. Margin in general. Right, so let's think. First things first, we can bring everybody just a little closer. And, right, okay, so we got it broken down by category. We've got margin in general, top, right, bottom, left, X, and Y. Okay. So those seem like obvious categories. Next question is, do we break down each of those subcategories further into negative margin and positive margin? I think if I don't know, then I shouldn't. Yeah, there's a category star. If I'm not sure, err on the side of caution. So that's going to be something that is fairly easy to add later. The time and effort cost of just adding these things into like one drop down is like relatively low. If I was going to add into 2 drop downs, I've automatically doubled my workload. And it's going to be twice the amount of work no matter what I do. So yeah, it's not like I have to like untangle it after the fact in order to make that possible. I just need to take this vector, split it in 2, put in a new drop down element. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. Style edit. Ooh. Alright, into the classes they go. Random, you stay at the bottom. Margin, mega, mix, doom. Okay, so def margins. Cool. Margin tops or margins top? Margins top, margins top, margin tops, margins top. No one's ever going to see this variable except for me and all the viewers at home. Def margins top. Gotta take a moment for frivolity. Def margins right. Don't miss that brace. Def margins bottom. And def margins left. Now we got left as X and Y. After that we're done. Alright. Def tab right. Def margins X. And margin Y. Take me home. Def margins Y. Alright. Let's import these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lucky number 7. Alright. Alright. Man, this thing's gotten big. Got big fast. Alright. I wonder if I could do that thing I was trying to do, but smarter and with less manual fixing. Margin related stuff. Point down, of course. Okay. First things first, I want you to be like that. Next, I want to wrap you in braces. Next, style select. Yep. Yep. That's. Hey, look at that. Made one mistake. Oh. I also didn't copy what I thought I copied. Control C. Boink, 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 boink. There we go. You have a dash and not a space. Margin. Alright. Alright. Margin top. margin right, margin bottom, margin left, margin X, margin Y. Okay. Here we go. It should just be there, right? Yep, there we go. So there we go. Cool. Nice. Margin 10. Margin 15. Oh, might be some margin collapsing things. Margin 96. Go crazy. Margin collapsing stuff. Oh. There's something for a creative fellow to discover. You can do negative margin and break out of your box. Nice. Negative margin 96. Look great. Oh, now I can't. Oh, no, I covered my drop down. There we go. Cool. So, margin 2. Now what happens if people apply more than one? Margin 4. Yep, okay, so we can compose them. That's great. Very nice. Margin X. Negative margin X12 should make it go like that. Cool. Very cool. What do these PX classes do? PX, negative 1 PX. Ah, interesting. Okay. Control the horizontal margin of an element. Yep. Cool. All right. So, same thing for padding. No, I bet I could take all those margin classes and just switch out the M with a P, and then I don't need to go through all that labor-intensive text massaging. And given that Tailwind.css has such an amazing and consistent API, I can just kind of do that. What I don't know is padding auto. I want to double check what effect that takes, but all these number-based ones, I'm sure Pargin. Padding auto, is that a thing? No. Okay. So these all have the same numbers, but padding auto is not a thing. So I need to go through and remove those. Auto. Anything dash auto must go. Cool, now I got my padding classes. Oh, how'd you sneak in there? Ah, PX. Not padding X, but padding pixel. Alright. So that was the margin megamix of doom. What is this? This is the padding pit of peril. Def paddings. Alright. Well, OCD brain does not want that to be on a new line. Def, what was that? Padding left, padding top, padding's top. Padding's right. Pargin bottom. Pargin bottom. Be a great name in like a fantasy novel or something. Padding's bottom. What was that again? Pargin bottom. Pargin left. Alright, diff padding's left. And we got padding X and Y, and that's it. And diff padding's X. And padding's Y. Oh. Def padding's Y. Why padding's? Why have you done this? Alright. Let's copy him in. Give him that same treatment. Up here, margins. Margin stuff. Padding stuff. Thank you for the extra comment. I will not be needing it. Alright. Man, making crazy progress. Padding related stuff. Point down, of course. Doink, doink, doink. Right. Rapid embraces. make all words the letter F. Style, select, ID. Yeah, let me just copy these so I. Man, this multi-select stuff is like not that great. Alright, the paddings, label, then can't hardly read that, but I know this just needs to go at the end, and we're good. No more tabs. Alright. There we go. So, padding top, padding right, bottom left, X, Y. Alright. Yes, curly braces, that's what I wanted. Alright. Yeah, now we're ready to test. Back here, refresh. No more coffee. Ah, got a little drip. That's alright. Boy, I might make it through everything today. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Cool. That works. Padding top 5, we can do that. Padding right 20, just something ridiculous, we can do that too. Padding bottom, yeah. Right, I'll just increase the size of the container. Padding left 8, padding X, something ridiculous. let's just refresh and test the X and Y stuff, but I think we're okay. Padding X 10, yes. Padding Y 10, yes. All right, cool. Very good. Padding margin, we're not doing space between. Box alignment. Yeah, I mean, if they were like putting multiple things in these grids, I would say yes, but that is going to be the domain of the layout templates. So yeah, alignment and grid related stuff. That's going to be something that comes along in a bucket pre-configured for you. Yeah. What am I doing? Yeah, I think layout. Fixing an element's width to the current breakpoint. Container, box sizing, no. Display, no. Floats, no. Clear, no. Well, no. Object fits. Resize an element's content to stay contained within its container. Object contain. Yeah, I mean, stretch an element's content to fit its container using object fill. Object scale down. Display an element's content at its original size, but scale it down to fit its container if necessary. Yeah, I've never used these classes, but we can try them out. Let's add an image here. Let's just manually add some of these classes and see what happens. Yeah, so if we said object fit, did that do anything? Object, it's not a class. Object contain. Right. Did that do anything? Object cover. Yeah, this should warp the image, but I also have to put it right on the image probably. Object cover. Yeah, so that's not going to do anything, but if I take this, I put it on the image itself. Class, object cover. I would have expected to warp. Oh, maybe it's because I have that on the parents. No. Object fit cover. Maybe object fill is what I was thinking of. I feel like this could be useful, but I don't really know how this works. Object scale down. I wonder if you'll do something visual for us. Object scale down. replaced elements content. A replaced element. What is a replaced element? Replaced elements. A replaced element is an element whose representation is outside the scope of CSS. They're external objects whose representation is independent of the CSS formatting model. Put in simpler terms, they are elements whose contents are not affected by the current document styles. So this would be like iframes and videos and stuff. But image counts too. Is this something that maybe Firefox does differently than Chrome? Supports specification. No. It's been Firefox for kind of a while. Don't know. Well, let's not get too hung up on it. Overflow. Overflow, overscroll. Yeah, are people gonna want like scrolling containers? Position, no. Top right, bottom left, no. Visibility, no. Z-index, no. Overflow, yeah, I guess I could see people wanting overflow. Lower the battle station here. Man, I can't smell. I put the odor on? Maybe I did. Doesn't matter now. Overscroll, contain. To prevent scrolling in the target area from triggering scrolling in the parent elements. Overscroll, none. Yeah. Goodbye, Pargin. Alright. I suppose you could technically have more than one of these, but given the way they work. Overflow. Def overflows. Overflow and overscroll. Yeah. Maybe someone with enough CSS knowledge to know what this does, but not enough interest to code it from scratch themselves. We'll use this someday. Def overscrolls. Overflow I can see, because I can imagine people wanting like a container which can have like overflow text which scrolls. If they've got like something wrong to write, but they still want multiple things in view. But yeah, overscroll, overscroll, maybe not. Overflows, overscrolls. The overscrolls. Rep. Style. select and our friend the atoms, the elemental particle of the state universe. Okay, overflow. Overflow and overscroll. Alright, this will be an interesting one to test. Alright, text. Hey, Nani, I don't know what that means. Hey, Nani, this life is more than it seems. A little music. And maybe just that, like 4 or 5 times. Okay. So there's our content. Now style. Overflow X. Overflow X scroll. Although actually to use this I would need a fixed height on the container. So just height 10 rem, let's call it. Right, so now it scrolls. Yes. Yes, that works. I don't think that over scroll stuff is something I'm actually going to see. It sounds like yeah, over scroll auto I'll be able to see from where I'm sitting. Over scroll auto. So if we scroll, and if we had a page that was longer, that would mean something. Okay, over scroll, yes. Okay, so that works. But now we come to the thing. Alright, that's all we want from layout. No flex, no grid. Box alignment, spacing, and sizing. So, right. This is interesting because we've got the concept of a template in this app. Well, we add some new ones just so we can see like what we're talking about here. And I think they have height attributes of their own. Height. Oh, this could actually be a good way to grid template columns repeat to min-max 50% 1FR. Yeah, so if I put like a default height class on it via the UI, then I would not have to specify stuff like this in the class definition for that template. So yeah, if I relied on Tailwind to set that, I can just do it with Tailwind, and then if the user decides they want something bigger, they can make something bigger. Does that make sense? Or does it make sense to have something which can like expand with the content that you give it? Because like for instance, if I set a min height, I could start with a min height, yeah. Min height full. It's interesting they only give you a few of those. I would have expected like min height min height 10, min height 20, like we have here. Yeah, see I did like height 10 on one of these. Let's pick on you. Can you do text yet? I'm not sure if you can do text yet. Template display. Oh, right, you're just a div. Toggle content editing. Only window pane can do text and images. So let's just put it on here. Okay. So if I gave you like height 10 to start, I think everything would need height 10. Oh, but the grid. The grid. To repeat to auto, maybe. Repeat to auto. Yeah, okay. So now height is auto. That's being set here. So toggle content editing, add text. Some more. Text will go here, I wonder. Okay. Wonder if it will make the container expand. Of course it won't. I am a front-end developer and knew this already. Oh shit, sorry man. Notice me, senpai. Sorry, dude. I didn't have comments for the longest time. I think I've been like all alone in my stream for a while. Yeah, maybe some people have been here, but yeah. Anyway, welcome, man. Thank you for the raid, Mac 172. Yeah, I think I saw you the other day. Welcome, man. Yeah. Anyway, welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We're actually just about to wrap up adding Tailwind classes to this thing. We've gotten to probably the stickiest, nastiest part of CSS in the first place, and definitely a place where stickiness and nastiness is going to be possible in terms of like how I implement this via the UI. But we've got width and height that we're trying to figure out. And it's a little bit complicated because what we can do is set either an automatic height or a fixed height. And I think that people are going to want an automatic height, like something that like, you know, starts out at a certain height and as they add content to it, it'll just get bigger. But that kind of renders these like overflow classes overflow visible. Oh, that's interesting. Overflow X auto. Yeah, I wonder. My height 10 went away, didn't it? Overflow X scroll. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do here. How to do this. By the way, Kevin, I hope you had a nice stream. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, you know what? Fridays I'm not streaming anymore. I'm like writing on Fridays, so yeah, Friday I'll come over and check out what you're doing over there. It's kind of been a while since I showed up for you. Yeah, I don't really know how to do this right now, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the classes in there so I like have them available to me, and then I'll figure out what to do with them later. I worked on WebSocket stuff today. Oh god, that sunk my last startup. So I never worked with WebSockets before that, and I spent days trying to figure that shit out. So I hope that went better for you, because, man, what a trip. If I really knew how to use it, I think it would be, like, really cool, because, man, you can do some powerful stuff with it, but, man, just getting over the hump of like learning how to use that is it's quite quite an undertaking. Heights and widths. Def heights. There we go. Min height, max height. Yeah, I don't think I'm even ready to think about how someone would use this in the context of oh, max width prose. That's interesting. Allows you to have an optimal reading width. Ooh, that's super smart. So yeah, having a big long string of text which goes like this is really hard to read. Cool. Anyway, I think all I can start with is like heights and widths for now. Okay. Now widths. Great. Here we go. Heights and widths. Def widths. And that concludes all the work we're doing. Heights and widths. These last two comments have been kind of silly. There's a really good joke I saw somewhere, but it was like code comments, like this is the code, or this code adds like 1 + 1 would be the comment, and then the function name would be like, you know, +1 1. All right. H2 heights and widths. Style select heights. Heights, the thing it comes from, and finally our last copy and paste. Perhaps ever. Heights, width. Alright, cool. So refresh, style editing, and oh, what? What do I do there? Oh, I got one too many, right? Love it when it happens in Clojure. It's like, you pass me a string. I'll try to do my best with the string, but I'm really deciding to work on a list. Alright, so that doesn't go. There we go. Refresh. Style editing. There we go. Height 12. Height 40. Will you break out of your container? Height 60. Yes, you will. Okay, so maybe as is, this has some utility. Maybe the templates themselves start out at a certain default height, which kind of makes sense for something called window pane, right? Like, you know, well, that's not a great example, but at least in my mind, the ideal for a window pane is like a square aspect to start, and so if you want to make something that's like taller than whatever the square aspect is, then you just add your own style, and there you go. Okay, so it works with heights. Widths, width 10, width 40, width 64. Okay, so that will not cause the grid to expand. I think that's probably because of the class I have. Min-max 12 rem. No, that's the rows. Min-max 50% or 1 fraction. Well, anyway, it's in the UI. I can fix the template classes as I go along. Okay. So it's 5:08. What are we doing now? I don't think I want to work for too much longer. I was talking about putting these in tabs. That's probably a lot of work. Overflow, padding. Yeah, you know what? We could just play around with this a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a good way to go. It's like one thing I'm kind of short on is like marketing material for this. So if I can like take the current state of it now, take a couple screenshots, then yeah, I'll have some sort of like pictorial content to put up on a blog or on a Slack post or something. So yeah, how about a couple layout blocks? Oop. And the app crashes. Oops. I wonder why. Style map is null. Oh, because, okay, well, maybe I'll stop with, with a little bit of bug fixing, a little bit of cleanup. Yeah, because that first one we are preloading it with this like style map with you know, empty keys and stuff. So I think when we add a new one, I may want to start with the concept of like a slug or like an object which can which we can use to like kind of chuck into the state. So add a new layout block. Reset the template insert index. Close the selector and add layout block at the insert index, the block type. Okay, so add layout block. This is where we're adding our config objects into states. And there's our slug. So maybe a little helper function that can like build the slug for us. Define slug states slug builder. Templates name. Okay. So that's the only thing that's going to be configurable about that, and then the rest is just empty. Alright. So the block is going to be the template name. Oh. Templates name. Just a bunch of nils for style, text, and images. And then here we will call the function with the block type. States slug builder block type. And I think that is a solved bug. Yes, it is. Cool. And that works for the other ones too, right? Yep. Nice. Okay. I haven't tried this delete functionality for a while. Fortunately, it still works. Haven't implemented it for the single row layout yet, so yeah. Just do like a couple of window panes. Yeah, what should I say? Add image, add text. And maybe some like artfully arranged text blocks, which explain what this is. Yeah. Ugh, man, this looks like a mess, but I swear it's gonna look better soon. Just a little polish work to do things like, make this not be in front of the modal. Have these buttons actually be something and not just floating text in the ether. It's a cool app which lets you build picture story. What was the text for the pitch? Something I gotta learn is not to reinvent the wheel every time I have to like write something. Picstory is a cool new app which lets you make awesome photo stories. Oh. Ooh, that should be pre-filled with the text you've already entered, shouldn't it? I'll just copy that for now. Make awesome photo stories and share them with everybody. Alright, you can add pictures and text, and you've got a lot of customization options for building your perfect photo story. Not my best writing, but close enough for rock and roll. All right. Toggle content editing. Try out today. Unleash your creativity. Got to do a bunch of dumb stuff to get that cat picture to go away. So I think I'm just going to leave it. Unleash your creativity. Alright, great. So there's our content. But we just add our dogs and cats here. Toggle content editing, add image. Alright, yeah, let's work with our styles here. Oh my god, this thing with the modal behind the content has gotta change soon. Yeah, so I feel like I want a bigger font size, for one. So text for Excel. Oh, wrong block. How is that the wrong block? Toggle style editing, edit style. Ooh, more bugs to discover. Yeah, the things you discover when you're using your product in earnest for the very first time. Okay. Some index is not right. That used to be 0, now it's 1, but the app still thinks it's 0. So I bet if I edit style... Oh, hold on, that's extra weird, because not only is it the wrong row, but it's the wrong column too. So what happens if I change the font size here? Okay, text 5XL. curious. So funny. Notice me, senpai. It's one of my favorite internet jokes, I think. Does control the same one too? No, control's a different one. Which one did that change? Nope. Still controls the same one. Okay. Something I wrote in my style edits. Selected row call, blocks. Oh. Maybe I didn't, yeah, I think this must be, yeah, because what is, if we load this into the REPL and inspect a variable, what is it? No, we don't even have a connection to a REPL anymore. Front end build. Selected row call is what we're looking for. One, right. So, man, where's that change again? Oh, I bet it changes when we click the edit content button, but not when we click the edit style button. Okay, so that needs to get changed too. Atom selected row call. So initializing it to 0, 0, that's okay. Alright, content edit UI, this is where this is getting resets. Text input UI. Style edit UI, okay. Content edit UI, I think style edit UI, yeah. Yeah, so this just opens the modal, it does not change the selected like template block that we've got picked. Okay. Resets, atom selected row call. Oh, yeah, there it is. Alright, not sure if I need to do, but I'm gonna add one anyway for good luck. I'm gonna hope row and call are sent along in that onClick function. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Okay, content renderer. That's what renders the content. There's the template selectors. Style map. I'm just going to get rid of that. Style editor. Yes, it does send row and call. Okay, so I think that bug should be fixed now. And I think that'll be the end of the stream. And text. Notice me senpai. Anime jokes. Thumbs up. Thanks for the raid. Coding and coffee. Tune in tomorrow for more closure. Stuff. Yeah, I think I'll leave Keck out. I'll leave senpai in. No Keks. Content editing, style editing. Text 6XL. Ah, damn it. Still into the wrong one. Add style. I bet you change the bottom right one too, don't you? You do. Yeah, thank you, man. It's coming along. It looks like hell right now, but as they say in the finance world, the fundamentals are there. I just gotta do a bunch of dumb stuff like getting rid of this default border and you know, changing the background, moving stuff around so like content editing and style editing isn't like at the top here. Like I kind of imagine those as like a position fixed thing that can kind of like, you know, scroll with you so you have easy access to them. But yeah, no, I mean the fundamental parts of this app that are you know, gonna deliver the goods, as it were. Yeah, it's coming along really nicely. I'm liking it more and more the more I work on it, which is reset Adam selected row call. Yeah, being pleased with my work. That's kind of a new thing. Comment row. Build complete. Why won't you build? 0.82 seconds. Under content edit UI. Nil. Wrong number of args. High. Low. You get nil back. Alright, we know you work. But can I add text? Content editing off, style edit on, edit style. You should have padding X of 16. Oh, yeah, okay, so now it's fixed, right? Yeah. I think, yeah, okay. Close you. Now we can get to add text. Once again, thank you for joining. Stop by tomorrow for more closure stuff and some dogs and cats. Oh, also a big thing, I need to make it possible to like upload an image, which is like one of the first things I built for this. Upload an image and have like a custom image as opposed to these like hard-coded things. So that's another one. That's another one we got to figure out. Yeah, man, let's do some cool stuff with this. Texts 8XL. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, there's still some bugs. We'll see what we can actually do here. Yeah, ring offset 1. Ring red 200. Where are you showing up? Ring red 500. Ring opacity 100. Ring 2. Yeah, still showing up down there. Okay, well, you guys get the basic idea. Yeah, we got a ton of like fun utility classes we can do in these things. You can change the font size, you can change the font style, you can add drop shadows, you can add borders. Something really cool I discovered yesterday was gradients. So like background gradient to bottom right from red. Yeah, let's get a stronger color here. From red 100 via indigo 300 to pink 900. That's a really cool thing you can do. Yep, you can change the direction, and then once you got a gradient, you can have a text color. Text transparent. About like a text green 600. Yeah, so wacky stuff, but anyway, you kind of get the idea that most, if not all, of Tailwind is in here now, and yeah, this is exactly what I want, man. The customization ability. Strong 1998 PowerPoint vibes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No longer will you be confined to this boring stuff that Google restricts you to. If you want PowerPoint 1998, you can have PowerPoint 1998. All you can get here is Material UI circa 20 something. But yeah, edit this thing to your heart's content. Make anything that your creativity will permit you to create. Yeah. So anyway, gonna stop it there. Thanks for joining, and I'll be online tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. So see you then. Have a nice afternoon or evening, and yeah, I will catch you guys later.